Hello, everyone. My name is Jess, and welcome to my top 10 custom cards, or not custom cards, anime cards. Sorry, or this is the top 10 anime cards. So, at number one, or I was gonna say number 10, but of course, usually I start from the bottom or move all the way top. So, number 10 would have to be slimes. I don't understand what slimes do, but I don't want to know. But I do know that this is my opinion. So, if these is like that pink slime creature thing came to a real game, like real world one, then I would have to play something different. And then, so yeah. And I know that I play one slime, revival slime. We all know that. We all played that weak card. That once it destroys, yeah. And yeah. So, yeah. And now moving on. Number 9 is the here. Hold on. Is that? Hold on.
2500 attack point monster is Big Vintage Magnum Mutton. The effect of this monster is simple. During each standby phase, it gains 1000 attack points, meaning the longer you...
That name thing and by itself, I don't know how to pronounce it, so yeah. And I don't know what it truly does, but it sure does do, like, if this was a real card, it would have to have its effect gets changed, or like the artwork, because those ones look like guns things, like cannon, and plus it evolves around bottles, so it's basically like alcohol thing. So yeah, and then the D/D/D cards. I don't understand what they supposed to represent. Are they supposed to be like represent like something like crazy, or like something that's like, oh, I'm gonna play this archetype that's I have no idea what it does. As moving on. So, and next to the DDD is CC, double C. So, yeah. And they are the same reason as what the number 8 spot was. So, yeah. I don't understand what they supposed to be or what their effects are do, but I sure do know that I am gonna be a little bit tired out. So, yeah, let's move on. So, and doll parts is at number 1. No, it's 10, 9, 8, 7. The 6 would have to be the doll part. Hurts. Just look at it. It's just like 4 level 1 monsters with 0 attack, 0 defense, ends monsters. And they bring out the looks like a boss monster is top one, that doll trimmer, trimmer, and it looks like, because with like more like doll parts, like I know that you have supposed to have 3 cards per thing. Like each one of them gains like, or it gains like 300 per doll part. So plus in the anime, it's just weird, like sending multiple doll parts to the grave to summon her. She in all these cards, like this one, Alice, the wandering doll. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. When this card is in your selected for an attack, inflicting 100 damage. And this one is when your opponent like takes control of a Alice the Wanderer doll you control, you can special summon one doll part monster from your deck. So basically, I don't understand what the archetype is trying to do. Like, is it trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna select, like, and I don't understand some of these cards. So, and tennis is the next card. So, or next archetype from, now it's 5. So, yeah, tennis cards. What are they supposed to represent? Tennis, so that like, oh, I'm gonna use tennis against the opponents that plays like children's card game. Let me activate this spell card that allows me to hit you with a tennis racket. And that would be a cool spell card. Here, let me whack you in the head with a tennis racket. Whack. Like one of those cartoon movies. Whack. So we're moving on. So, sorry. So, number 5 is the armored ones. I kind of do understand what, or, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Sorry, 4. So, yeah, 4. These armor cards, like, if they were printed, I would have played them. I would have, I would give it some of my support. If I was working for Konami, if you're watching this video, he will get back to you. Ow. Sorry. And then we got, of course, I would give it some fantasy support cards earned to help with it. And like give it a XYZ monster and spells, traps, and more. And now the number 3 spot, it goes to the spice cards. It's basically like, oh, I'm gonna put some salt and pepper on your Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and here you go. Let's eat them up. Eat the and the spice cooker or whatever that monster is for it gains like a whole bunch of attack points. But this one, I do play the spell card. You know, in the dueling book one, I do play these cards, but not very often. Because I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to be doing with these cards. So, yeah. Now, next is the number 2 is darkness. So, yeah. This, archetype, when I first saw it on YouTube, I was like, what the heck am I looking at? I see 5 trap cards with only a couple support cards. I was like, what the heck? If those trap cards were real ones, I would have just been like, what the heck? Why do I own these cards? Because, one, they're stupid. Like, they can't be supporting their cards. Like, they can't support themselves. Like, this card can't be, or none of these cards can be destroyed by card effects. No, 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 no. So, yeah. And, yeah. And then number 1 for this anime cards is at number 1 spot in this video is Clear World's archetype, or Clear archetype. On Dueling Book, I made a bunch of Clear World support, or Clear archetype thing that makes it way better. So, and I have seen the anime cards that are super, annoying. Like, but he only printed 2 of these cards, like Clear World and the Clear Dragon one. I am like, no. I say no on it. And they should add more support for it. And more real world support for it. Like, just add my cards, Herds Konami, to make this deck way better. So, yeah. So, yeah, Zuku, they were like, okay. Yeah, and for my opinions, these are my opinions. Now, for the question that I usually ask myself every time, of which anime cards or anime archetypes would like to see in the real world? Well, I chose 3 of them. First one has to be doll parts. I know I said that I don't understand what they're trying to be like more gimmicky ones. And it's like, I summon her. Now she gains 300 attack points for each horn doll parts for monster in your graveyard. Different names. So that's 300. Yeah. So, but I only had to use door to mirror lands to bring her out, and like, she should be a ritual monster, and this one, yeah. And then each one, like, they should have been more powerful. I don't see that. And number 2 would have to be armored. Like, just add like some of my custom cards support for it. And plus, I not burning knuckle, but I do like big bang blow one. Like when you hit the opponent on it, it destroys the entire field. And I do like the active guard thing. Yeah. And then, but this double cloth armor, what is he supposed to be? Is he supposed to be like the ones that like put on your own body? And number 3 would have to be spice cards. Because I do love spice in me. Okay? And yeah. And having these cards, like, I activate this, and now I'm going to add all these cards. So yeah. That's what I choose. And the cards that I don't understand is, like, hey, this one, is he supposed to be like a gray lion thing? I'm looking at it right now by the anime, or by this Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. Mm. He's a YouTuber. He, when I'm looking at it, is he supposed to be like a lion or something like that? I don't understand. Or am I too stupid to understand what he is supposed to be? So, yeah. Is he supposed to be like a drinking bourbon stuff? And the CC and DDD, I don't understand them. I do understand the DD Burfamix thing, the one that's over here. You see the angel and the wing. Did he get into a fight? Like, some of these cards that I don't understand. Is this supposed to be like it coming out of a skull? Oh, of like an archfiend skull thing, or what? I don't understand. Plus the slime ones, I would rather play with like actual slime, not like that slime. As like, I'm activating this. Now I'm gonna put you, throw you in the with slime. So yeah, and that's my opinion and stuff. And if you don't like it, go click on someone else's. And other than that, see ya guys later.